Well, if you've ever been told to just park your savings in bonds for safety, you absolutely need to hear this. You know that standard advice that tells you to confidently put 40% of your money in Treasury bonds? Alright, Section 1, the risk-free mirage. Let's deconstruct why that classic 60-40 stock and bond split might actually be a total illusion. So, financial advisors love to promise you a risk-free 4% return. Sounds great, right? But the reality? Brian argues that safety might actually be the most dangerous word in your vocabulary right now. He views this not as a gain, but as pure economic theater that silently drains away your purchasing power. So let's move to Section 2, the hidden tax mathematics. Let's just look directly at the hard numbers. The math on this is just brutally effective. Look at this setup. You've got your Treasury bond paying a 4% yield, but then you've got true inflation running at 8%. You don't have to be a math genius to see the problem here. When inflation outpaces your yield by that much, you definitely aren't generating wealth. You are locking yourself into a guaranteed mathematical loss. And that 4% difference, that delta, is exactly what the source calls the hidden tax. It means you aren't actually saving at all. You're effectively paying a 4% penalty on your purchasing power every single year, simply because daily costs like your groceries are rising way faster than your interest is compounding. It's a hidden siphon on your wealth. Let's dive into Section 3, the 39 trillion problem and the inflation chain. To understand the macro stuff, we have to start right at the pump. $5.64 for a gallon of diesel. This is the daily, frustrating reality of your true cost of living skyrocketing when inflation really takes hold. Now take that pain at the pump and scale it way, way up. $1 trillion. That is the government's massive annual cost right now, just to service its own interest bill. Think about that. Every single year, $1 trillion goes out the door simply to pay the interest on existing debt. Which brings us to the root cause of this whole mess, a staggering $39 trillion national debt. With a financial load this massive, Brian's argument is that the entire system is now fundamentally designed to debase the currency. It basically has to do this just to survive and manage that crushing interest bill we just talked about. And you know what happens next? It triggers this vicious chain reaction. First, to pay the debt, the government prints more money. Then, that flood of extra currency causes asset prices to inflate. And finally, who pays for all of this? Yep, the fixed income investors left holding the bag. Locked into that fixed yield, your capital doesn't participate in any growth. It actually ends up subsidizing the whole systemic money printing machine. Alright, so how do we escape? Section 4, building your asset fortress. Let's look at how the author suggests keeping the math strictly in your favor. To protect yourself against this currency debasement, Brian proposes shifting into what he calls the opportunity bucket. Essentially, this means reallocating your money away from fixed income and moving toward things like physical gold and other high-conviction opportunity plays. The golden rule here? Actually, scratch that. The absolutely crucial rule here